everybody. Hope you guys are all doing awesome. We're almost at 300 subscribers. So thank you so much for following this process and coming along the journey with me. I really do appreciate it. As most of you remember in a previous video, I got a new camera and I was super excited about it, and it was really awesome. Except because it was an open box, for whatever reason, it kept on giving me this weird internal temperature warning and shutting down after filming for about 45 minutes, and it was really annoying, so I took it back. But because I was transferring my memory cards back and forth, I didn't fully think through the not being fully compatible, because as you can see, I got our bed frame up, I got the fridge in, and I framed out the couch. Because I moved the camera, I lost almost all of that footage, and it sucks because it took a really long time to do all that. So I wanted to be able to have the whole document on record, and somehow we'll manage and we'll go on, but I'll think from now on when I move my memory cards. I should have known better in the first place. A lot of what I'm doing is I'm trying to use as much reclaimed wood as I can. Now, when we're doing the subfloor and we're doing some of the framing, it's hard to use reclaimed wood. For the actual framing portions of it, I've elected to actually just use brand new wood. But for the side paneling, what I'm going to do is use pallet wood. It's a reclaimed resource, super easy to work with, super accessible, and it's free. Even though it's not all the exact same width, it's going to give me kind of the farmhouse texture on the walls that I'm looking for. Hello? That was Brenda. She was just letting me know that I've been approved for complete reduction and elimination of my student loan. Problem is, Brenda, I don't have a student loan. Sorry.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, done with my own doubts.
Set it, did it. What I've just got done doing is putting the strips across the ceiling where the cabinets or the walls are going to actually be touching the ceiling. And the reason that I did that is I want to make sure that that's underneath wherever we put our walls, so that anything that we do after that, we can actually just affix straight to the ceiling, and we don't have to do anything inside the cabinet, which would cause us to lose space. We're already working with a pretty limited amount of space as it is, so anything that we can do to maximize that helps out. So by putting these strips underneath and then putting our walls to the ceiling, even where those connect, will allow us to still very easily put in all of our ceiling. coming over. He's gonna help me with our lights. We're having a little bit of an issue with our lights. He knows a lot more about kind of the brake system and the light system than I do. This is Jaylund. What we're doing is we're having some problem with the lights in the back. So we have our brakes are working, but our blinkers aren't. I need to go through, and for whatever reason, when I took out all the wiring, our blinkers stopped working. And I don't know that it's necessarily that I took out the wiring, because the wires that I took out specifically correlated to either speakers that were in the ceiling or lights that were in the roof. And I didn't do anything with any of the wires that ran to the brakes or to the blinkers. But for whatever reason, the blinkers aren't working. And to be perfectly honest, I don't remember if they were ever working. I just know that for whatever reason, they're not working now. We also are having an issue with our running lights up on the top that are also not working. So we're going to go through and try to diagnose exactly what's going on with those and figure out how to get them all back up and running again.
Okay, what's on right now is the brake light. Okay, there's nothing yet, so go ahead and try to start it. Okay, they're lit up now, your reverse arm. Okay, you can go ahead and turn it off, and we'll just do the turn lights.
I'm so excited to finally have lights in the bus again. If you've ever looked inside the instrument panel, it was causing me a ton of anxiety because, quite frankly, there was so much stuff inside of there. It really is overwhelming. And not knowing exactly where to start, what could be the problem, all the things that possibly could have happened to make the lights not work, just caused me a ton of anxiety. So thank you, Jaylund, for coming over and helping me figure it out. It was actually really simple. Nearly every light that wasn't coming on had power going to it. The bulb was just burned out. So that made it really easy to go through and diagnose what exactly was going on. The fix is super easy. I can either just change out the bulbs, or what I'm going to end up doing is going and changing all of the lights to LEDs. And as you can see with this light, it's just really rusted. And most of these lights actually act as their own grounds to the bus itself. And when I went to change this light, it broke. So the reason I believe that this light's not working is not because the bulb doesn't work or there's not power to it. It's just it doesn't have a great connection for the ground because it's so rusted out. We even have power to all of our clearance lights. The funny thing about the clearance lights was I just actually wasn't turning on the right switch. I didn't realize there was an alternate switch outside of just the headlamps that turned those things on. So when I actually pressed that button, 3/4 of them lit up. So thankfully, I have power to all of our lights and everything's working. And again, thank you, Jaylund, so much for coming over and helping me out. I super appreciate it. And sincerely, guys, thank you so much for all of your comments and for subscribing and your likes. It really means a lot to me. It's a fun project to be working on, and it's really cool that other people are interested in it as well. So if you liked this video, give her a thumbs up. Please subscribe, leave a comment. I really do like talking to all you guys. Until next time.